Hello everyone! Dan Hurd here with Dan Hurd Prospecting. Welcome to my channel! For those of you who watch a lot of my stuff, you know that I buy and sell claims. And one of the common questions I get from people is how long does it take to get an ounce of gold? Well, if you watched my previous video, you saw me figuring out how long it takes to pan an ounce of gold. Today, I'm going to show you how long it takes to get an ounce of gold in a highbanker. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode. Here we go, an ounce of gold in a highbanker. Enjoy. So I'm taking a quick break here. I have stopped my timer. I'm taking a quick break to explain to you what I'm actually doing. Because high banking an ounce in a day on film is not all that realistic. I have got an ounce in a day on this claim before, but that was a long day with multiple people digging. So what I'm going to do, just like the last video, is I'm going to run hard. I'm going to run the high banker hard for an hour. It's been about 15 minutes so far. Then I'm going to take the cons home, pan them out, see how many are in there, and do a little bit of math to see how long it would take at that rate to get an ounce of gold. Now I chose this spot on purpose because it has a natural tailings pond away from the river. Here in BC, we're not allowed to discharge any water back into the river. So I have to find these areas where I can run the high banker that doesn't let the water go back into the river. If you don't recognize the matting I have in the bottom of my sluice, that is gold owl matting. You can get gold owl matting from Mark at Gold Stream Placer Supply in Grand Prairie. He's amazing. He helped me out getting this set up here. And I see gold already. Look at that. Ooh, focus camera, focus. Come on, focus. There's a nice piece right there. Oh, a couple above it. Oh, look at it all. Oh my goodness. Gold, gold, come on, camera, focus. Doesn't know what to focus on. Gold, gold everywhere. It's crazy how much gold's in there. And that was about 15 minutes of running. So a couple bigger pieces, a whole lot of smaller stuff. And if you're wondering about all these quartz rocks, if you watched a previous video of mine where I was at quartz claim running stuff, I didn't clean this thing out well afterwards. Well, I left a shovel full of stuff in the hopper that has run through here. Don't worry, it won't have any gold in it, contaminating my load. But it has a whole bunch of quartz rocks that got jammed in the mat. Just have to pick those out. Oh, I see more gold down here. Gold, gold. I might be running too steep. I have to shallow myself out because I see gold all the way through everywhere. I'm gonna have to shallow it out a bit because I see it right to the very end of my mats. So yeah, running a bit steep today. Or a little hot with water. I'm gonna shallow it off. Take down the angle a bit. That was a 15-minute run. I'm gonna go for another 45 and see what I get. So I'm taking another break because I need a drink. Hard work shoveling like that. And focus, camera, focus. And the rifles are looking full, full, full. Couple of bigger flakes I see in there. Lots of little stuff. Come down here and we see a bit more. And more. This is really fine gold, so this gold owl matting is doing a fabulous job. Let's hope it adds up to something in the end. Woohoo! Well, there's a nice flake just sitting there, and one right below it too. Tons of gold here. Tons, wouldn't that be nice? Tons of gold. Lots of little specks. All across the top there. Just loaded. There you go, the close-up camera. I can probably get some good shots of this with close-up camera. Here's the camera to use for this kind of stuff. Every riffle loaded. Well, the light is fading. It is December, so it gets dark pretty early these days. And I have a lot of cleanup to do here before I can pack up and go up the hill. So I'm going to do that now. You don't need to see that on video. I'll just do that, get home, and I'll do all the cleanup, all the cleaning of the gold and weighing and calculations and everything at home. So I'll see you at home in 1 second. I'm at home here just cleaning up my gold now. But before people yell at me in my comments, I should say that I have noticed my sluice was out of level, and that for the beginning part there I was running way too hot for that fine gold. And I know people are going to give me a hard time, are really going to nail me hard in the comments for that, especially the sluice being at a level. You can see that quite easily in the video. I didn't really notice that until I got home and I edited my video. It's a little hard when I'm by myself sluicing. And usually I high bank for a lot longer than an hour, so I usually spend that first hour sort of perfecting the setup, getting it all level and running just right. Doing it for just an hour, I didn't quite spend the time I should have making sure the high banker was set up just perfectly. So, hit me hard in the comments if you want. I do understand I screwed up the setup of the high banker there a little bit. So here I am at home. I've cleaned up all the gold. Now I didn't get cleaning up the gold on camera. If you want to see that, well, if you want to see how I clean up gold, there's a link to the top right corner. You can see the whole series on how I clean up my gold. But I didn't want to fill up the entire video on me just cleaning gold again. One thing I should do before I weigh this out is explain to you that I could not run my high banker at the same spot that I was doing the panning for the previous video. That was a very, very hot spot down by the river's edge. But here in BC, we are not allowed to run a high banker where the water could discharge back into the river. So I had to find a spot where I could actually run the high banker legally, which was up higher where we had that tailings pond. The ground up there isn't nearly as good. If I could run down by the river, I would have got way, way, way more gold. Also, when running a high banker, you don't get to be picky. You kind of just have to take everything in the area you're digging. So you run through material that you wouldn't necessarily pan just to get it out of the way so you could dig it all. I'm kind of giving excuses of why I didn't get as much gold as I probably should have. So let's weigh this out. Okay, we're going to put the vial on the scale. Turn on the scale. Zero it out. Oops. Don't worry, I'll take the funnel out before I see the... Oh, let's just zero it out with the funnel in place. And pour the gold in. See if I can do this without spilling it on camera. Shall we see what we got? Oh, doesn't matter if it's not all the way in. See what we got. 1.336 grams. So I moved probably 5 times as much material as I did when I was panning, and I got just over double the gold. But that's because the ground wasn't as rich there. And I'm just running everything, not just the best looking stuff. So there it is. There's that gold from 1 hour worth of high banking. Let's go do some math and see how long it would take to make an ounce of gold at that rate with the highbanker.
Okay, let's do these calculations. And remember, there's some pretty big generalizations here. The gold that's in the dirt, how fast I work, my sluice, my methods. This is just the calculations for that, but this should also give you a bit of an idea. So let's see, troy ounce is 31.1 grams, pretty much. If you divide that by the 1.336 grams per hour of my high banking, would equal 23.27 hours of high banking to get 1 ounce. So again, if we want to divide that by, let's say we can work an 8-hour day, divided by 8, we could get 1 ounce in about 3 days worth of work. Now I think this is a bit more realistic than the panning video, because the panning video really showed me busting my butt for an hour. I could not keep that up. Digging into the sluice, the speed I was, I think I could keep that up for a couple days, if not 3 days straight. So 3 days to get 1 ounce of gold in a high banker in some fairly good ground, that's a bit more realistic.
Going to end off this video with shots of what 1 ounce of placer gold looks like. This is a vial full of 1 ounce of placer gold from a place on the Fraser very close to where I was working. Thanks to all my viewers out there for watching my YouTube videos. A very, very special thanks to all my patrons for supporting me. Please leave me a comment on my methods of high banking here, and sure, comment away about my mistakes. I know I made them. I'd love it if you hit that like icon. It helps my videos out on YouTube here. And if you'd like to become a patron of mine, there's a link right below me. Click that link, it'll take you off to the Patreon page. There you can support me in making my videos. A $10 pledge goes a very long ways in helping me make these videos. Again, thanks everyone for watching. Until the next video.